Good morning, Master Manager. Master Manager, this is and I greet you and all your followers. Master Manager, this is the story from the Ghanaian girl who mixed at Nigeria with her Nigerian girlfriend. This is the full story. This is the family of that girl. The brother and the mother now they have come out and speak. What happened? Okay, they speak in our language, Ghana language, which is Twi. So I will try to explain small so that if the people can understand me. Master Manager, what the parents was saying is that both of them they were living in Dubai. So when they came to Africa, her Nigerian girlfriend, they came to Ghana. Then her Nigerian girlfriend told her that this girl was having this German European dogs. They have a shop selling their food. So this Nigerian girl told that Ghanaian girl, Abigail, that is the food is cheap in Nigeria. So they can go there and he can go there and buy some of the food and come and sell it in Ghana. Number two, he said that also her cousin is doing a wedding, making a wedding, so they can attend the wedding. Then after the wedding, then he can buy some goods, which is the dog food, buy it, and then they will come back to Ghana. That's why he followed that her Nigerian girlfriend and go to Nigeria. Then he had been kidnapped. So this girl that Ghanaian girl is called Abigail, and she's a married girl, a woman. Her husband is half Germany and half Lebanon. Yeah, or half Arab. Yeah, half Germany and half Arab. So and they were living in Dubai. So as this or that rich Nigerian girl who came out and said that this girl is doing prostitute in Ghana, she's a liar. That witch who come and say that this girl is a prostitute, she is a liar. You know, I don't understand. Nigeria is turning like evil country. What is going on in this world? Nigeria is too much. The whole world, every country, of course, there's some problems in every country. There are criminals in every country. But Nigeria is too much. It's getting worse every day. They are scamming people. They are selling their own women in other countries. What is that? They are killing for rituals, doing all these wrong things. What is going on in Nigeria? God is continue cursing Nigeria. What is going on? It's too much. Master Manager, I will end here. Thank you. I'm going to work, so I don't have much time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
And also, okay, so then I'm for Nagacha say, Uncle John or Nigeria for wedding. And the corporate Kuno Faso, Ato, San and Kramano, and San and Yemano. I'm the Nigeria, so honor, and Kramani cheap. San Kraman, Bofon Kramano. A cheap, into no, Obeko. Into Mediana Minjin to Bats, Wunim, man or my basso, I had a cancer, and I ya. Omokoye. Yo, why, Antonica? Yantanenka, message we are almost close to getting to 3 weeks. Last week I talked about 1 month here. We answer or send a message say, please, I'll be kidnapped by Andrew. So call police. Who is suffering?
Aside that, when it trace in terms of or sister net transaction and say phone BB mo any trace biasa
Trace ya hu say o mo yi sika da ya sister account ni nyina mu unless again no so de no o mo yi account o mo yi BB from sister account sika na bibia
say wa wo ba na yes wa yira de mesu bet say sia de minimi say nyame o de ne baba nti nya de mesu yo say me was be a kasa the kasa nyame say on fan.
It was around 10 something or tis Abigail who's Abigail phone a friend no and no besides I then also what to say I said no it be cost war papa no intem any selling enti ebeya on be fan no and no besides all one so I don't know anywhere here but That's what I'm hearing. I only no go so kasa no say abe lock no door no. Abe lock baby a ono share no. So she quickly sent a message because she heard Ote Papa needing. She quickly sent a message to, let's say, kidnapped by Andrew.
Okay. Okay, Francis, is here no info now?
It's in your western region. Half as
What's it?
any. Yeah, in the my side. Half as any.
Oh, okay. Okay, in Uber contact me into one kasa boy mo e den dey see. Asam ne
Did you
den.
know? Yeah, Tennessee. Minya, your friend Abigail Tando. Ono ne kunu na eti Dubai. Nse we school kama university a. Ono ne kunu aware. Ono ne kunu na eti Dubai. Omo bo omo business. Nukunu ne ye half German, half Lebanese. Nti omo bi omo shop o Dubai na omo take ama. Na ọwadamfo bi wɔ hɔ ɛm sɛ ɔne nanante bɛyɛ 5 years na ɔyɛ Nigeria ni nti ɛyɛ a na ɔde n'aba fie ɛyɛ a na ɔmo girl no nso ɛm sɛ Dubai na ɔno nso sie nti ɛm sɛ n'adamfo paa a ɔne ne nante but recently ɔmo ba fie nti ɔmo wɔ fie ara na yɛka no sɛ n'adamfo no ka kyerɛ ne sister sɛ ɔne cousin bi ware nti no ɔbɛ sɛ ɔmo kɔ Nigeria. Nti maame na mommy kura saa time na popi ni around nti me mommy kura ka chen so Nigeria de eye hu nti ebe ya nka ontwetwe so kakra ama no nko no so oki emom nadamfo no said your trust no na nti bibia nsi na so oki waka saa de am so no so no owo store takra de a oton saa person no nkraman na amrofo nkraman no na DJ nyame won say Nigeria
When I was store no Nigeria ni na so sister.
My sister and our store no. No say DJ nyame.
I know Nigeria ni mebo or in Nigeria ni wo Dubai ho.
Yes. Ono no Dubai ho na omo ba Ghana. Em say this last month ya atwa omo ba Ghana as a holiday. Nti omo ba ya no so okay. So then adam funa ga che say onko gya no Nigeria for wedding no. And the corporate no afa so ato saa ne nkraman no aduane ne saa ne nyema no am se Nigeria se ho na nkraman no ye cheap saa nkraman mbofo nkraman no ye cheap nti no obekọ nti me de na me ngi ntum but wunim ma na o ma ba so na ye de ya wo kan sem na na ya omukọ ye yo wa ye nteneka message no ye almost close to getting to 3 weeks. Last week I thought about 1 month here. You say was send a message say, please, I'll be kidnapped by Andrew. So call police. Who is suffering? Indeed, am I fast to come Fred Blay, Honorable Fred Blay, MCMB chairman, old ex one or her. Now, also who be call Interpol, Momuko Nigeria. Researcher Naija, omukọ saa omusi Abuja. Omukọ che saa ma omukọ check camera no je say man bi a ofo omo ka o hotel ho say odi omo pie akọ em say wedding is den. Ono no omo hu no camera no nti nam so omukọ che ma no. Na omo ye interrogation bisa na ma no nkasa. Omo ye ya bi aso be kasa wan kasa. Na Nigeria Ghana Interpol ne yes and yes adia omfa ne mra e kan sen Lagos no mu hu se dia because em se hono na omo pampa no o prison o kwa na otumi ye ko nti omo yin ne mra na omo yin ne bae still na man nkasa aye bia ma nti omo ko ni fi o so omo ko boss e omo ko omo hu Nigeria girl no ATM card ene man tari bi ene man hu ni maniema ije yame na ya dwen wa ya nti ase na say okay and the me ahwe de be sansi e o mu na obi asa send video say Nigeria fo ni bia man na oma guest ne bae no my sister down for Nigeria ni ne bae no ni video ni na tama one na ege ba ko no e kasa se omombra te se dia me send video no ma wo no oni omo di nkomo se omombra no oni omo di nkomo se omombra no ni video ni satam na from ni video ni nti enje na ye ji video no ye boy e che se na ye se ya mpa se o invite sa Nigeria ni se omombra wedding till now video nyame ya se ye be rechi mi nuane ya sanka no so na Ghana Interpol so wo no wa so still ye free bi omo so mo ye hu bibi omo ye bibi so still into no story na ente sa say ye kan say obema bi omo hu no wo Facebook online omo travel all the way to Nigeria na ya chi omo dabi ente sa akwa mo say waware ono nuku na wo no waware ono nuku na wo no omo ye omo business bibi ye responsible guy wo wi university or national service kra wi wo hu nti sa na asem ni nyina ate nti storyline na ba ne de enye
Mebo nadafo Nigeria ni munim no
adam for Nigeria no am say ono na ko school ocean or Takrade University Poly this year they see omata na university no ha almost 5 years ago nti odo ne ba fie odo ne banzema ha ya omo ba fie ebu wa kwa efie ba ko nso wakra na omo akwa akra sa almost 5 years nti me sister no kwa no wanda ndwe ho say bibi say betumi aye den asi o say DJ nyame obi a ono na nante a che de o trust no won dey because one na ba fie
ono na ko Nigeria open and first time ni
ono na ko Nigeria open awo gen na busuafo fie nti yenim na busuafo ni nyina se fie ye no kasa ekwempo no gen na busuafo no omne ye communicate se omo so omo hwe omo nipa nti omo kwempo na ye send ska omo a omo so omo ko ya omo ni Ghana Interpol ko chire ma no so they said assembly city but Nigeria for na ngasa na yan trust omo ha nti mitumi nga se bia gen no etumi ba se bia planting asa untumi nka because Nigeria need to me ye bibia excuse me to say nyom nyina but Nigeria need to me ye bibia
enti sisi ana wo sister no wo sister no na damfo no na wo kire say ya kidnap omo
yes isi asa na tie nti ge na busuafo no so aye wad no ha Nigeria no ha omo pa kire say man na omo kire no oye highly oye obi o wiska onim like owonkofo links nti no okore for say Nigeria politicians for emram na omo mbeli no na whatsoever enye izo nti esi ade asama yo no DJ nyame
na o sister no ono ani phone or the test mo message no
yes ehona na em say em say kan na de omkoye no omko ba bi omko akoya ade no ya fo omo anko ye de omko ba bi fufuro nti ni phone na ono ankisa ni phone or the taxi say I have been kidnapped or say the ade no ko ya em say o kidnapped no nti no the taxi say they should call police from there no o man message etiki mienu sa na afi omo dum ni phone no kra ndi sa na ade na sitie na afi omo phone get back on the na phone no kra nko kra
oh girl na no Dubai or no damfo no den no e ejuma be no e
na damfo no em say ono so was store sa nkrama store ni bi no obi wo Nigeria no ho a say me nko ho but according to nabusuafo no omo say o star store ni bi wo ho say dia my sister will be ho ase no obi wo
aside that no mo any trace bia as in terms of or sister ni transaction and say phone bibi mo any trace bia sa
trace bia ye hu ne say omo ayi sika da your sister account ni nyina mu ene sa girl no so de no omo ayi account omo ayi bibia from sister account sika na bibia omo ayi bibia from
o ye den hu say omo ayi sika fi ni account mu
say na ATM card ni ade na gu am say yes omo ko hu no ma na fi o omo ko hu no ma na fi o nti omo check na je say ọmụkọ bank na just ọmụ ayi bibia Ghana Interpol ni ada ọmụ sọ ọmụ ayi bibia.
Okay, I hope you have listening to the video and listen to the voice note. Now you can understand what really happened. But in case you also have more information, you can also reach out to me and also tell me what is your own opinion or what is in your mind and what do you have to tell the people. And if you also have any information about the Abigail that we're talking about that is missing, you can also reach out to me and tell me. Okay, let's continue with people opinions and people audios.
Good evening, Mr. Niger. How are you? Thank you very much for doing a fantastic job. But this evening I was watching your program and I am really shocked about the Nigerian woman allegation that she alleged that Ghanaian women are doing prostitution in Nigeria. First of all, this is her second time coming and insulting we Ghanaians. But I think she's very good liar. She's a very good liar. I believe she's an Igbo girl. Very good liars. They can lie. That's why they are very good scammers. Because it is never true. There is no Ghanaian woman who at this moment will go and leave CD and go to Nigeria and go and do prostitute for Naira toilet roll. Now Naira is just like a toilet roll. It's of no use. So why on earth would she lie and look at the way she made her face like something? Look at the picture that's there. You can't even see the people's face. So how can we know that they are Ghanaian? There's no Ghanaian who will ever leave Ghana and go to Nigeria for prostitution. Even Nigerians that are killing Ghanaians. Look at our dear sister that has gone missing. Just went to visit her friend and then this Igbo man kidnapped her and killed her. I live in the UK. I was planning to, when I come to Ghana in September, I want to go to Nigeria with my wife. But I don't want to do that anymore because we decided that we will go to Togo, we'll go to Benin, sleep there every night, and then go and spend one night in Nigeria and then come back to Ghana because she has not been there before. But no, we will not. We will go to Togo, Benin, but we will not even bother to go to Nigeria. So if that lady can sit down and plot, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that she can lie. There is no truth about that. Ghanaians will never go to Nigeria at this present time, 2024, to go and do prostitution. For what? For what? There is no hunger in Ghana. There is no hunger in Ghana. They are better off. Even Nigerians will come all the way to Ghana and do prostitution in Ghana. Why would they go for Nigerian Naira toilet paper? That Naira that is worthless. You can't buy anything with that Naira. Why would they bother to go to a country that are full with murderers, kidnappers, people that are bloodthirsty people that they just want to share blood. That is why Nigeria is crying today, because innocent blood is crying against Nigeria. Innocent blood that they've shed. I lived in Nigeria in 1983, 85. How many Ghanaians they killed? All this blood is crying against this nation. So, Mr. Naja, there is no truth that these Ghanaians will go to Nigeria and go and do prostitution. This girl is already mad with us. Look at the first time she came, she was bragging, Nigerians are good in music, Nigerians are good in movies. So what? So what? If Nigerians are good in music and movie, we are good in something else. At least our ladies, our women, when they bath, they know how to wash their and they know how to wash their under. What about Nigerian women? They don't know how to wash their under. What will we say to that too? At least we Ghanaians, if they insult us, we know how to insult us. But when we are bathing and a mad person comes and take your clothes, will you chase her with your nakedness? You will never do that. So Nigerians, some of these Nigerians, they are very silly and mad. They don't even know what they want in this world. That's why everywhere they go, people don't like them because of their character and their attitude and the lies that they are very good in that. So, Mr. Naja, have a good day and have a blessed night. Bye bye. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Manager. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the time is in Ghana. Thank you for your good works. I've been a fan of you. I've been listening to your channel well over 2 years. And this is the first time that I want to contribute. I have been listening to the debate, I mean, the controversial debate between Ghana and Nigeria. Well, sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it's frustrating, sometimes it's annoying to hear all those comments from both sides of Ghana and Nigeria. Well, I was born in Ghana, but I lived in Nigeria. In fact, I lived there for 7 years as a student and as a teacher. So the first time I went to Nigeria was in 1977 when Ghana was in a crisis, an economic crisis. So that time many Ghanaians were leaving to Nigeria because of the oil boom. So I followed the bandwagon. I also went to Nigeria. And things were so hard. The Ghanaians were doing decent job. They were not kidnapping. They were not stealing. No, they were doing genuine jobs. But for me, I found the job very, very, very tedious. For example, working at with Julius Berger, I think you know Julius Berger, as a construction worker. No, it was so difficult for me, so I decided to go back to school to study because I saw a lot of advantages as a educated person in Nigeria. That time Nigeria was very good. They needed workers' expertise. And I decided to go back to school. So fortunately, it was difficult for me to get to school because I'm a Ghanaian. But I had a Nigerian, a godfather. He is my godfather, who helped me to gain admission to one of the prestigious universities in Bende State. At that time, Bende State. Now I think it's Delta State or something like that. So when I got the admission, I had a scholarship, half scholarship, because of my intelligence, my education. The Nigerians were not matching me. The Nigerians were not matching me. So I was far ahead of them in my class. I was like a teacher, even though I was a student. So I had a scholarship, and that made it more softer for me. I know I was able to do night job as well as go to school because I had to pay my school fees. I have to buy materials. I have to feed. I have to buy clothing. So I had to work. I was working in the sawmill from 4 o'clock to the next morning, about 2, 3 a.m. I would close and come back home, do my assignment. Then at 8 o'clock, I have to leave to school. See, it was difficult. It was very, very difficult as a student. Unfortunately, my godfather died. And I had to look for a way to pay my school fees. And also my half scholarship was withdrawn because there was a coup, I think in Diagon time. And all government scholarship and free education was cancelled in Nigeria. So we had to pay school fees. Things were so difficult for me, I had to stop school. So one day, a neighbor from Asaba, a Nigerian, he saw me and he asked me, Harrison, why are you not going to school? I don't see you going to school. Then I told him, oh, because of this and that, I stopped going to school. He said, really? He asked me to go and bring my school's result scripts. So I went and bring I went and bring my scripts. And he looked at them and he said, what? You can't stay home. Go to school. I'll pay your school fees. Fortunately, it remained 1 year for me to complete. So this man paid my school fees and also gave me chop money. He was giving me chop money. He took care of me until I finished my education. I thank him so much. May God bless you richly and put his soul in peace. Now he's deceased, Mr. Matthew. He paid my school fees until I completed my education in Nigeria. And I got a job as a teacher at Baptist Girls High School. So I benefited a lot from Nigerians. So I will not be the one to say Nigerians are bad. Really, my experience in Nigeria, I saw bad Nigerians. Insecurity. At that time, there was not much kidnapping in Nigeria. I didn't hear of any kidnapping in Nigeria. That was around 1978, 79, 80. But there were killings. Insecurity, you can't go out at night. No. You have to be home by 7, 8, you are at home. So that's one experience. So Nigerians were good to me. And I want to say my sister joined me in Nigeria and she married to a Nigerian. And they have 2 children who are my nephew and niece. And they are at my home in Ghana now, So Ghana and Nigeria, we though we don't share borders, but we have a lot in common. Nigerians have married Ghanaians, Ghanaians have married Nigerians, and things are peaceful between us. That bond of friendship still is tight between us. So Nigerians are always saying Ghanaians hate them. No, Ghanaians don't hate Nigerians as they try to portray it. Ghanaians never hate Nigerians. What Ghanaians don't like about Nigerians is their character. I was in school in Nigeria for 4 years, and I observed their character. They are always challenging themselves. Tribalism. Igbos don't hate Yorubas. Yorubas don't hate. Igbos hate Yorubas. Yorubas hate Igbos. Igbos hate Hausas. Hausas hate Yorubas. Even within the same community, from one town to the other, they hate themselves because they don't speak same language. From one town to the other, which was about like from the city I was to the other town, they spoke different languages. The kilometer is about 5 kilometers, but they speak different languages. So that was my experience, a lot of experience, which was very bad. And what most Ghanaians are complaining is true. See how Nigerians have come to Ghana, and what they do is fraud, kidnapping, armed robbery, Yahoo. Ghana didn't do this in Nigeria. We work hard. If you see someone who has finished secondary school in Ghana going to Nigeria to do shoemaking, Many of Ghanaians who went to Nigeria were educated, but they did construction, they did shoemaking, they did tailoring, just to keep to make ends meet. They didn't go to Nigeria to do Yahoo Yahoo and all this stuff as they are doing in Ghana. That's the reason why Ghanaians don't like Nigerians. So let me say they don't like Nigeria per se. They hate Nigerians' character. The character of Nigeria, their behavior. Nigerians are pompous. They feel they are intelligent than anybody in this world. The Nigerians feel they are so too big. If they are among themselves, they compete. Everyone is competing. Everyone wants to portray themselves as Oga. They want to portray themselves as a chief. Everybody call themselves chiefs. Chief. I'm a chief. If you meet a Nigerian and you had an argument with a Nigerian, the first thing he will tell you, do you know who I am? But this person is it's a poor person. Not living in a one room, dirty room, but he will tell you, do you know who I am? No, that is Nigerian character. I live in Japan. Come to Japan. They destroyed the whole country. Before they came, Japanese, no, they love us. They love black people. But since Nigeria started trooping in, now they don't want to see the face of black people because of Nigerians. Now, but Ghanaians we have face in Nigeria. They like Ghanaians. If you say you are from Ghana, they like you. But if once you mention Nigeria, then you are out of the picture. Go to Italy. The same. Nigeria cannot rent a house because they deny them houses. And Nigeria will rent a house, and the next day you see 20 or 15 people inside the apartment. Go to England. Go to America. Go to Greece. Go to South Africa. Go to Kenya. Go to Ivory Coast. I think this is Nigerian character. Or some, not all Nigerians. Some Nigerians are very decent, like Mr. Marty, who paid my school fees. He's a very genuine Nigerian, very kind. But the character of most, especially those who have traveled, they want to get money by all means. By hook or crook, they must get money. So they resort in kidnapping, armed robbery, anything which will bring them or make them rich. They don't care. Look at what they are doing in Ghana. They were living in Ghana peacefully until this recent time when they started to troop in, especially the Igbos. You don't hear much about Yorubas, the Hausas, and the other tribes. The Hausas are doing trading very well. No, the Yorubas are doing their trading very well. Some of the Igbos are doing trading very well, but most of the Igbos, they are the problem. They are making Nigerian name, drawing Nigerian name down. The Igbos, let me be specific, the Igbos, they are causing all this wahala for Nigerians. They are eye too red for money. And they can even kill their mothers for money. They can kill their brothers for money. They can do anything for money. Why, Igbos? You are destroying the image of Nigeria. Not they have already destroyed the image of Nigeria. Because Nigeria doesn't have name any country you go in this world. Not only Ghana. Nigeria tried to say that it's Ghana who Ghanaian hate them. But it's not only Ghana. Every country, Nigeria found themselves to be, they are hated by the citizens. Every country. Because of their character, Mr. Manager. So, let's see if time will tell they will have, they actually blame this on their government. They blame this on their government, but I don't think it's the government. No, it's their character. Especially the Igbos, it's their character. I can't say whether the Biafra war made them louder because most of them, some of them were born during the Biafra war. You know, they were born and their children inherited their characters from their fathers who faced hardship during the Biafra war, and it has gone from generation to generation, you know. But the current generation of Nigerians are very bad. For example, I have about 3,000 friends on Facebook, and I have like 1,000 white women. So lately I found out that out of the 1,000 women, white women I have as friends, almost 90% of them are Nigerians. They will send you lottery, they want lottery, submit your documents, and you know, after chatting with them, they will confess, oh, I'm in Nigeria, you know, this country is very hard, please can you help me? You know, like that. I've encountered so many experiences like that. You know, sometimes I find it very disheartening that a whole Nigeria, with all the oil wealth, with all the resources, has become like this. Nigeria disrespected. Because Nigeria is very great. It's a great country. If Nigeria could stand, the whole of Africa would stand. But what are they doing? Disgracing themselves and disgracing Africa. Thank you, Mr. Manager.
We are going to take the last video of today, and if you want to reach out to me, look at my bio. My WhatsApp number is there. You can reach out to me. You can contact me. Me, you can discuss whatever you want me to discuss. And let's listen to this audio, the last audio of today. Thank you.
Side because Ghanaians don't want to rent their house to them. I will never be happy. Why? Because we are all human beings. We are all brothers. And they cannot tell me that there's no house in Ghana. House full everywhere in Ghana. But the problem is, I've been following some Ghanaians. They are on social media. What they are saying. Some of them don't want to rent their house to Nigerians because of hearsay. And some of them have been experienced what they have gone through with some Nigerians living in Ghana when they rent the house to them. But that doesn't mean that all of them are the same. I don't think that all Nigerians are the same. You know, there's a bad note. Therefore, I will be very, very happy if my brothers and sisters back home can differentiate the bad ones and the good ones so that they can help rent the house to the good ones. So that the bad ones would know how bad and they are. So that maybe it will change them or they will keep on behaving the way they like. So I'm pleading to my brothers and sisters back home to help rent the house to the Nigerians, the good ones among them, because they need the house. The good ones among them, they need it. I will be very happy to hear that they rent the house to those ones I'm talking about. Okay, Mr. Manager, let's jump to my brothers and sisters from Niger. You know, Mr. Manager, sometimes, let me say this, some of Nigerians always said that why people hate them, why everybody hates them, why everybody are calling them criminals, why people don't want to hear the name Nigeria. My question is, whom are they blaming? the Nigerians, whom are they blaming? Themselves or those calling them criminals? To me, I will be very happy if my brothers and sisters from Nigeria would accept the fact that for calling them criminals, I don't want to use, when someone said that Nigerians are criminals, the good ones among them, I know that they will not count themselves as a criminal. To them, they will always say that, yes, even though they call us criminals, we know that we are not like those they are calling criminals. We are not criminals. And also, not all of them are criminals. But every time, every day, when people are calling Nigerians' name, they said they are criminals. Whether they like it or not, they have to accept such a fact. Why? Because, you cannot, the whole world cannot wake up every day and night and calling a certain country, one country that called Nigeria, that they are criminals. If they haven't seen anything or they haven't experienced anything from them. Mr. Manager, sometimes I feel pity for those Nigerians on social media fighting the Ghanaians, bragging here and there, comparing Nigeria to Ghana. It's a pity. It's a very, very pity. And I don't blame them because those guys, I have seen them, their age is from the 20 years to 45 years. And let me tell you, Mr. Manager, any Nigerian, whether you're a woman or a man, if you are up to 45 years, it's better to stay away from social media. If you want to come to social media, come there to speak something better or to discuss better thing than to bash Ghanaians or to compare Nigeria to Ghana or to even, come and say some trash things on social media about another country, either in Ghana or any other African country, and stop calling themselves giant of Africa and so on and so forth. I'm saying that because I know what I'm talking about. I said that if you are 25 or 20 years or 15 years or 0 age, 1 year to 45 years, if they can hear my advice, it's better to stay away from social media for bashing Ghanaians and insulting people and compare Nigeria and Ghana, and no, it's very shameful. Those people I'm talking about, those people at that age, they don't know the country called Nigeria. No, they don't know the country called Nigeria. I know they are Nigerians, but they don't know the country called Nigeria. For example, Mr. Manager, I cannot stood up one day and said that I want to talk about Nigeria once I don't know anything about Nigeria. I know what I'm talking about now, and I know what I want to tell my friends and my brothers, Nigerians. Nigeria is not a bad country. The land of Nigeria is not a bad country, but the people in there are criminalized the land called Nigeria. Whether you like it or not, it's a fact. I know not all of them, but that's what I've said it already, that people are saying Nigerians because they don't want to differentiate. The good ones will differentiate by themselves, take themselves out of those criminality, that we are not criminal, and I'll accept it because not all of them are criminals. But look, a country called Nigeria that have been a milk and honey for all Africans 45 years or 44 years ago. Why today Nigerians are moving out from the country, whether by foot, by land, by air, by sea, whatever they can used to get out from the country. Why? It's a question Nigerians themselves have to answer, ask themselves that why. They want to blame the leaders. That the first thing, the blacks, we the blacks. The first thing when the country get hotter or when the crisis started or start from one country or the other, they started blaming the leaders. But who are the leaders? Is it not me and you? Those people call themselves president and minister, they are caretakers. But the leaders is me and you. Look at this. Nigeria, Lagos State Governor Shomolu, if I'm not mistaken, how old is he? She was a youth during Shagari regime. She was a youth. But during Nigeria 1983 election, when things started falling apart, this man was blaming the leaders. This man was blaming the leaders at that time. Today, who is he? Not a governor. It's not the same thing. He's in Lagos State, demolish the innocent people's property in the Lagos there. So, who is to blame? The leaders or we, the citizens? You know, Mr. Manager, I feel very, very painful when I heard that Nigerians are compared Ghana to Nigeria. Compare Nigeria to Ghana. I said that we Nigerians, we are the giant of Africa. Of course, you were a giant of Africa 40 years ago. But today, you have, demote yourself to zero. Nigerians have to understand that. It's a bitter truth, I'm telling you guys. Before, Nigeria was a giant of Africa. But now, as I'm speaking, you have been demoted yourself to zero rank. Not Lance Corporal, talking of a sergeant. If Nigerians are, the whole Nigerians are in the police, they will call them constable. That means they have no rank. Why I'm saying that? Look, I was in Nigeria 1980. I reached the country called Nigeria 6 January 1980. I was still a virgin. I broke my virginity in the country called Nigeria. I know what we were enjoying that very time. Mr. Manager, I know what we were enjoying that very time. It's not that Nigeria I know. That time, it's Nigeria we are talking about today. It's not that Nigeria I know 42 years or 44 years ago that we are seeing today. It's not that Nigeria. Why? How can somebody in Nigeria calling millions of naira, throwing money in the party as if naira is something that they project on the tree? Sometimes it baffles me that why every Nigeria is rushing to make it. Why? When you guys are in Ghana now, you call Ghana people mumu. Of course, they are mumu. Nigerians call themselves they call themselves the most smartest people in Africa. If you want to know that you are a smart guy, you don't have to praise yourself. It's the other people who are supposed to call you a smart guy. And we have smartness and smartness. I don't see it in Nigerians at all, because the Nigerians they are calling themselves smartness. Ghanaians have been outsmarted them so many years ago. Somebody like me, I know the country Nigeria more than Ghana. If you take me to Accra today, I don't know anywhere. But somewhere, so a certain Nigerians in Ghana that he know every corner in Ghana or in Accra. Take me to Kumasi, take me to everywhere. I find it a little bit difficult. But if I get to Lagos, you cannot teach me where to take a bus to Oshodi or Edumota. You cannot. When I get to Ibadan, you cannot teach me where to take bus to where I'm going. No. That means I'm expert in Yoruba land. From Igbo land, that was, I know Igbo land when I was doing business some year 1988, 89. That from Lagos to Benin, Onitsha, Aba, and then I get to Uyo, and my business moving. But for Yoruba land, I'm expert. So, Mr. Manager, we know what we are talking about. We Ghanaians, especially we that were in Nigeria during the time of milk and honey in the land that we enjoy with you guys. We were expecting you Nigerians, when you guys come to Ghana, we will pay you back what you guys have done to us. Not in bad way, because somebody like me, I was given shelter by Nigerian, clothed by them, fed by them. Then, if Nigeria turn upside down and they are going out from the country and they get to Ghana, I have every right. It's my obligation to help any Nigerian that I can help. And most of us decided to do so. But when you guys get to Ghana, what are you doing? What are you doing there? Most of you engage in criminalities, kidnapping, robbery, and bad things. You know, I called my own friend that have chased one Nigerian from his house. I was trying to, beg in the behalf of that Nigerian. My friend told me that, Sunday, I cannot. If you see the way this guy has spoiled my house, you won't stay there calling me, begging for this guy. I rent the house for only 2 people. I found more than 20 people in the house. What do you want me to do? But you know something? If it were me, I know how I'll go about with this type of situation. Why? Because in Nigeria, the same thing some of the landlords were doing. If they rent house for you, they will tell you that I need only one person. If they see 2 more strippers on your door, they will come and knock the door and ask you, how many strangers? Do you have a stranger? That's the habit of some of Nigerians, not all of them. That's what we were going through in Lagos. Not only Ghanaians, even the Igbos. Because in Lagos, the Yorubas even consider both Igbos and Ghanaians as foreigners. That one is a bitter truth. And the Igbos know. But Mr. Manager, my own concern now is Nigerians are claiming to be the giant of Africa. Of course, the giant of Africa has been fallen. Now you are running to another country. What do you have to do? If I were them, they have to live in a country called Ghana. Stay there. They have to stay there and call themselves foreigners rather than to behave as if they are Ghanaians or citizens of that country. My whole some years, getting to 16 years, I stay in Nigeria. I never one day called myself a Nigerian. That's why that I try my possible to speak the language, the Yoruba, but still they consider me Ghana. And I accept it, of course. I'm a Ghanaian. And I comport myself very well. In my community where I was living, anytime I have problem with even a Yoruba man in that area, everybody stood behind me. Why? Because they know me that I'm not violent. I never engage any criminality in that area or elsewhere. That is the character of, let me say, the Yorubas. If the Yoruba man know that you are a good person, you are not a violent person, no matter what, even the day that you do the bad thing, he will come and deny that you cannot do that. That is Yorubas. I trust them for that. But Mr. Manager, what are we seeing today in Ghana? What are we hearing today in Ghana? What are we experiencing today in Ghana from your fellow brothers and sisters from Nigeria? No one is talking good about Nigerians in Africa, not only Ghana, in Africa, even the whole world. Why? My question is, Nigerians supposed to ask themselves why? In Ghana now, that day, Mr. Manager, I was, listening to one of your, this thing, I think, watching one of your video. A certain army officer in UK trying to organize people to make sure that Ghana government deal with Nigerians in Ghana, or if possible, they send them packing back to their country. I can never say that I'm very happy if they send Nigerians back to their country, not because we were chased from Nigeria 1983 and 1985, all these two deportations. I was there. I came back to my country, of course, and later I returned to Nigeria. I stayed the first 1983. I came on March 1983. In September, I got back to Nigeria. I was there when Diagon staged a coup. 1985, the same thing. I came back to Ghana June, and I go back to Nigeria February 1986. I stay almost the same thing, 8 months or something like that. Why? Because that time Nigeria was my second home. I love to stay there. I have everything there. I enjoy the country. Though it wasn't good as it was 1980 to 1983, but it was manageable. That very time, it was manageable. But why? Ghanaians are just fed up of Nigeria. Just how many years Nigerians have been in Ghana? Not more than 5 years. Though some people go there early, but they were few. But the moment they go there in numbers, Ghanaians are getting fed up of their character, their behavior, and the way they act. You see, Mr. Manager, it's better my friends, my brothers, my sisters from Nigeria have to sit down and think once again that Ghana, or the moment they go out from their country, Nigeria, everywhere they will step their foot is a foreign land. They're supposed to abide the rules, regulations, the law of that land, rather than to take law into their own hands. Nigerians in Ghana are killing their own Nigerians brothers in Ghana, kidnapping their own brothers in treating them bad. Mr. Manager, if a Nigerian want to stay in Ghana, this is my piece of advice. Ghana is a peaceful country. We Ghanaians, we know that, and you Nigerians, some of you are saying that. Of course, we are very peaceful. We never engage in revenge. If you do us bad, we just leave it like the way it is. Either we give it to the authority to deal with you, or we leave it like that. But now, Nigerians in Ghana are trying to make Ghana Ghanaians look as if they are fools. Ghanaians are not fools. My brothers and Nigerians, the Ghanaians are not fools, but they are just watching you guys step by step. One day, the cup will full, and there will be nowhere to feed it again. You know, when the cup is full, you can't fill it again. I mean, when the Ghanaians fed up and they explode, then things will get out of hand, and everyone will point their finger on you Nigerians that it's time to leave. Don't rule anything out. For Ghanaians to tell Nigerians to live in Ghana, if you're a Nigerian, don't rule it out, because it can happen one day. But I pray that doesn't happen. To me, I pray that doesn't happen. Well, because some of us were happy to welcome you Nigerians, that we are going to treat you the way you did for us when we were there. Forget about the deportation. No, forget about that. Forget about Ghana must go. Before Ghana must go, we were living, some of us were living peaceful with Nigerians. Somebody like me, I can never stand somewhere and lie against Nigeria that, oh, Nigerian people are bad, they treat me like this. No one treat me bad in Nigeria. I can never say that. Some people, yes, but to me, no. Because Yoruba land, I have been living every single Yoruba state, and no day that I can say that I go out, Yoruba man hold me, or Nigeria man. No, I can never ever lie against them. I said that they gave me shelter, they fed me, and they clothed me. All is free. I stayed for one old woman house more than a year, cooking for me, do everything. Me and my friend. That was 1983 to 1984. Without any job. Because that time, when I get back to Nigeria in 1983, I just do a little conductor about 3 months. So in December, when they are going to take over the coup d'etat, I was a conductor in Nigeria. I was a conductor at Ifakwa. So after that, I just stopped the conductor, leaving the house, because that time the Nigerian government have already warned the company not to employ foreigners. So I was jobless. But this woman stood up and fed me like her own child. So this type of people, do you want me to reward them with a bad thing or something like that? No, I can't do that. But I will be very happy if Nigerians can change their character and live peaceful side by side with any other person they meet on the road, either their neighbor or what. Nigeria is not a neighbor to Ghana. We are not a neighboring country at all. But you know what? Ghanaians, sees Nigeria as their neighboring country more than Togo, because we communicate perfectly. We understand each other. That is why. Why can't you Nigerians do the same thing and live peacefully side by side with your brothers and sisters in Ghana? Or you want everybody to always say that Nigerians are criminals, Nigerians are thieves, Nigerians are that, spoiling, tarnishing the image of your country. You Nigerians are tarnishing the image of Nigeria, not any other person. Because the Nigerians I know is not the Nigerians I know today in Ghana. That's why I'm saying that all those on social media bashing and shouting and insulting themselves with Ghanaians here and there, I pity them. Because when Nigeria was a Nigerian, all these guys were not born. They were not born at all. If you guys know the country Nigeria, what it was before, you will stay even in Nigeria there and fight and make sure that Nigeria is get back to its feet. But what are you doing today? Everyone is running away from Nigeria. Of course, it's not a bad idea to get away from your country if you find out that you cannot help yourself there. Because we the Ghanaians, we did the same thing 1977 to 1983, you know, when Ghana was in this thing, critical, the crisis, you know, economical crisis. We moved from Ghana, travel away a long way from Ghana to Nigeria, you know, to seek for greener pasture. On getting there, no one day that we engage the criminalities, fighting, kidnapping, and so on in Nigeria. No, you can never tell me that Ghanaians in Nigeria were criminals. Nobody can say that. But why are we calling you Nigerians that you are criminals? And upon this one, you are not ashamed of yourself, calling yourself you are smart. By scamming people, by robbing people, kidnapping people. Come on, my brother. If you're a scammer, you are not a smart guy. If you're a kidnapper, you are not a smart guy. If you're a thief, don't call yourself a smart guy. When we were in Nigeria, we were smart. You know the reason why? No job too small for Ghanaians. No job too small for them. You see how Ghanaians were managing themselves to get their daily bread by making shoemaker, by doing all that kind of dirty jobs in Nigeria. There's a certain job Nigerians will not do. Ghanaians, we engage ourselves in it. That's why we get our daily bread every blessed day. But why can't you people do the same thing in Ghana? No. Bringing 20 boys, 30 youth, vulnerable boys to Ghana and scamming people. Scamming people. You are no, and at the end of the day, on Sunday, they will troop to the church and go and give Thanksgiving service there that they have won 1 million naira from MAGA, this and that. And this your so-called criminal pastors too will hail you. God bless you. Mr. Manager, all what I'm just screaming now is that I want my friends, Nigerians, to think twice and desist from their criminalities and stop doing bad things for people to stop calling them criminals, so that the country Nigeria, people will not criminalize the country Nigeria. It's getting out of hand. Europe, Nigerians are criminal. Africa, Nigerians are criminal. Now, where do you guys want to go next? Where? Me, I'm not praying that one day any Ghana government will stood up and said that Nigerians must go. I don't want that. But it's bound to happen because of the behavior of the bad nuts. It will happen. And if it's happened, I know Ghana government will never chase all Nigerians, but rather the bad nuts, they will fish them out. Now, very, very happy for Ghana government to fish out the bad nut and leave the good ones who have their legitimate business, legitimate work doing in Ghana, because they deserve to stay in Ghana. They deserve to stay in Ghana. But the bad ones, you have to find ways and means to fish them out and send them back to where they belong. Look at this guy called, this useless guy called Mezi or Kwakwa, said that he's from Port Harcourt. He is calling Ghana people dirty. Mr. Manager, imagine, let's talk through. Can any Ghanaian in Nigeria now, Nigeria land, Lagos or Abuja or Aba, Onitsha or Benin city, go to the camera and say that Nigerians are dirty. That very day, he keep on living in the same country, and they will just look at him as if nothing happened. Only Ghana, this can happen. That you call the Ghanaians dirty, and you are still enjoying the hospitality in the country. You know, the guy who was interviewing him asked him that I had I get a girlfriend called Ajua. He asked him, "Are you going to marry the girl?" He just burst at laughing, laughing. This means that he's just, wasting the girl time. He's not going to even marry her. But for that one, I don't blame her. I blame those useless girls in Ghana that are following all these Nigerian boys, the criminals, who don't know what they are doing in the country, just to come and just spoil the name of their own country and those good Nigerians in Ghana. They came there to spoil their name, spoil their businesses, and because they don't have anything that they can do more than that. You are in Ghana, calling Ghanaians dirty. Mr. Manager, me, I'm advising Nigerians, those good ones, they have to try their possible best and help the Ghana authority to fish out those criminals so that the good ones would enjoy their stay in Ghana. They should not, cover them. When the authority lay their hands on them, if they are the one, the good one supposed to testify against them that they are the one. These people, they are the one who did this. They are the one who did that. Than to cover them, because they are all Nigerians. No. If you continue cover them, the bad ones, one day all the good ones will join the bad ones, then and leave. Imagine someone who has his legitimate business in Ghana, and because of the bad ones, one day Ghanaians would wake up and say that we don't need you guys, as you guys did in 1983. 2 years later, you did the same thing. Ghanaians, we came back to Ghana. We stay. We fight. We try our possible best. That's how Ghana is now not too better, but at least it's manageable. As we people always said, that Ghana is better. It's not too bad, but we are still working on it to make it a better place for us to live, because it's our own country we have. But somebody like me, that Nigeria is my second home, I don't want Nigerians to suffer any bad fate, especially the good ones. They deserve to live in Ghana, deserve to do their business, since they deserve to have their children going to school, doing everything that Ghanaians enjoy. But the bad ones, please, Mr. Manager, it's better for me and you to help the authority. If they lay their hands on them, don't go and defend them. Let them pack them back to Nigeria. I hope I will end here. I will come back with another episode. We have a lot to talk about because Nigeria is my second home. I will not sit down for the bad north to come and disgrace the good ones and tarnish the image of Nigeria as if Nigeria is a hell. Thank you very much, and hear from me later. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you everybody. And again, if you don't like what they talk all, you can appeal, you can reply, but nicely, educating the person. The reason why the person is correct or is not corrected, you have to correct the person, not to insult the person. Yes. If you see say you don't like what they say, if you are not okay with it and you are not cool with it, you can reply. You can correct us, tell us the particular place they are not okay. That's why you are here. We are here to educate one another. Oh yeah, we are waiting for you for your reply. God bless you. My name is Master Manager Najanis. I really appreciate everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Share opinion with me. And I'm waiting for you live and direct. Thank you. And enjoy your day, your weekend. Bye bye for now. Thank you.